Well, here we go again. West Ham 1, Aston Villa 1, finished at the London Stadium. It's a point. Respect the point, many people are saying. In my opinion, absolutely not. This was a game that we needed to win today, and we've bottled it. I think Moyes bottled it in the end. Refusing to attack is going to result in us sleepwalking to the Championship now. I can see it. The fans can see it. I think the players are beginning to see it, and Moyes and the board cannot, and that's the key thing about it. You've got a divide there between the players now. Paqueta frustrated as he walks off straight down the tunnel, whether he went to the toilet or whether he was, whether he did that out of frustration, I don't know. But in the end, you can't look past the fact is that there's now 12 games left. There was 13 before this one, obviously, and we picked out this game as a game we had to win. 3 points was it. We couldn't afford anything less than that, and we've got a point. So I can't see the positives out of this. I really can't. It's another disappointing day. It's another day where the players get booed off by a dejected and frustrated West Ham fan base in the stadium and from home as well. And I'm just incredibly frustrated that Moyes refused to attack once again. There's the same problems week after week after week. We sit here. The game was there for the taking today in the second half because Villa came for the point. In the end, they got it. Fair play away from home. I know why they did it, because they knew they'd get it pretty much. But as you look at it, they were there for the taking, and we didn't capitalise in the second half. And that's the excruciating thing about it is we sit here, we're in a relegation battle. Teams around us are winning, picking up points. Got a bit of hope. What have we got? We've got blimmin' no hope. That's what we've got. That runs through the fan base. It looks like it runs through the players. And Moyes just looks like he's surrendered. He looks like he's given up. Stood there making baffling substitutions that nobody has got any justification for. Why on earth he brings Cornet on to be a false 9/centre forward striker with 5 minutes to go, I've got no idea. Whilst he's left our £30 million striker on the bench. Just absolutely infuriates me. As you look at those substitutions, I would have taken Souček off. I would have brought Cornet on. I would have took Ings off. I would have brought Skamaka on. Why are you bringing on? And I was for bringing Cornet on. I thought it was a good idea. But you're bringing Cornet on, who's been out since October, to play as a striker where you've got Skamaka who's fully fit on the bench. What does that tell Skamaka? I'd be on the first plane out of there if I was him. Honestly, I would be absolutely livid. And Moyes just completely kills strikers. If Moyes continues here or if he goes to another club, as soon as the club inquires about you, if you're a striker, you see David Moyes as manager. Absolutely not. He kills strikers. It's what he does. It's not winning. Winning is what I do. No, killing strikers is what you do, because you completely and utterly destroy them. You look at the West Ham situation with Haller. I know that wasn't all entirely down to him, but he was there under his leadership as well. You look. We waited 3 years to sign a striker. We paid 30-odd million quid for him, and he refuses to play him. He's been out for quite a while, injured. That's not Moyes' fault. He's back now. Right, let's get our first team striker, 30 million quid. Let's get him starting. No, we're not going to start him. We're going to not bring him on at all. We're going to leave him on the bench, and it's just baffling, isn't it? It really, really is. Moyes has completely lost the plot, and I think he's going to take us down. That all but confirmed to me today with the lack of, wanting to win in that second half. I think that all but confirmed it to me. We needed to win today. Anything but, I thought, was a catastrophe. I said that, and I used that term before the game, and that's exactly what we've turned it into now. Teams around us are winning. Teams around us are picking up points. Teams around us have hope, and we've got absolutely none. And we sit here, or Moyes stands there with his hands in his pockets, refusing to see the issues that are there week in, week out. And I know he's not accountable for poor marking for their goal, but he is flipping accountable for not making the changes and not going in the second half. Sod it. I know what. Let's go and attack them and let's win this football match. He did the complete opposite. He made the safe substitutions, take Paqueta off, which I thought was the right decision to take Paqueta off, because he was fouling quite often. He was on a yellow card. Fair enough. But to leave Souček on, to not bring on another attacking option, I thought was, wrong. And to just, not want to win. There was a complete lack of want to win there, and that's the most infuriating thing about it. I'm so frustrated at it. It's just taken us down. It is. It's taken us down. And that's all I've got to say, because we're sitting here now just above the relegation zone. We're sat with 12 games to go, out of the relegation zone on goal difference. And you've got the teams there. I'll run through it. And Southampton picked up a point today away from home at Manchester United. Leeds got a point yesterday. Bournemouth won yesterday. You know, there's so many teams there. And all of those teams above us have got positive results this weekend. And some people may say this is a positive result for West Ham, but I'm going to have to disagree, because we've got 4 of the big 6 left in these last 12 games. We've also got Newcastle and Fulham. Yes, we've got, Leicester last day of the season. Yes, we've got Southampton as our next Premier League game. Now they become blimmin' 15-pointers now, don't they? Because we needed to win today just to give ourselves a bit of a cushion above the relegation zone, and we haven't, and we've gone into quite a long break now until our next Premier League game, just lurking. And it's not giving the fans, the players, the manager, the board, any positivity. David Sullivan was there in the crowd today. They showed him on the stream alongside his son, Jack Sullivan. My question is, what are you seeing currently in David Moyes to warrant him keeping his job? Last weekend, this weekend, we had to win today. It was imperative we won, and we didn't. And I think that might be the turning point. They say there's no sort of, replacement there for Moyes. But the question I pose is, you can get in anybody. There'll be a new manager bounce, hopefully. That 3-game new manager bounce might keep us up. Despite what happens for the rest of the games, we might have a new manager bounce that might be the reason we stay up. But if we keep going like this, then it's predictable. He's not going to go for it against the big sides. He's going to park the bus and probably, still lose, or maybe scrape a point against 1 out of the 4, maybe. It's just so predictable, and teams know what to do, and the players have given up. There's a complete divide there. Skamaka on Thursday night looked like he'd given up, and Moyes didn't play him today. £30 million striker sat on the bench when he brings on a left winger to put up front instead, who's been out injured since October. Make it make sense, because I certainly can't. And there's so many issues that we pick out of it. And yeah, as I said earlier, the marking for the first goal, that isn't down to him, but everything else is. And players take the slack, yes they do, but the manager's got to take it as well. And how he's still in a job is absolutely baffling. We sit here and we are probably the only side in this relegation battle with the fan base having no hope. The hope's gone. There's no belief. There's no, I can't see many West Ham fans going into many games for the rest of the season now if it keeps going like this, going, you know what, I think we're going to confidently win today. I've got a feeling we're going to win. We all predict us to win, but it's hopeful. Did I think we were going to win today? No. I predicted 1-0, and that was hopeful. And I thought this game had a sort of 1-1 or a 1-0 Villa written all over it. And that's what it got at the start at the end, 1-1. And I just can't understand why the board are sticking with him. And there's 12 games to go. Yeah, it might be too late, but a new manager bounce might keep us up. That's what I'm going to say, because there's going to be no change here from David Moyes. He's way too of a stubborn manager to change things now, and he's going to watch us get relegated. Because if we keep playing like this, and we were awful Thursday night, I thought, and if we did play like that today, which I thought was worse, then I think we would have been battered today. We were awful last week on Saturday. And now we sit here with the same problems, with the same manager refusing to change things, refusing to attack, and completely sleepwalk into the Championship. I don't care about the Conference League now. Put it to the side. Completely don't care. If we win the Conference League and go down, we can't celebrate it, can we? We've been relegated. First time in, 11 years? We can't celebrate winning a trophy and going down. We've got to stay in the Premier League, and Moyes is trying his very hardest to get us relegated at the moment. We are sleepwalking to the Championship, and at the moment, the way things are going, I don't give us a chance of staying up. I really don't. Put your thoughts into the comment section down below. That there's a divide with the players now. They've given up. There's a frustration there. Apart from Bowen and Ben Rama today, who I thought they were the 2 best players to West Ham, but apart from that, poor today. Am I being too harsh? I don't know. Put that in the comment section down below. The penalty that that we scored, I didn't really think it was a penalty as well, to be honest. I think we did deserve to go in level, but the way we got it, I thought it was a dive from Paqueta, to be honest. But we are going to take it. I'm not going to moan and groan about that whatsoever, because it's gained us a point out of it. And yeah, maybe that point is going to keep us up. I don't know, but we're going to have to start winning football matches. we are in desperate need of winning that game now against Southampton. This is the first time where we've not won one of these must-win games at home. We beat Everton, we beat Forest. We've now not won one of these must-win games. So where does that leave us now? I don't know. Thoughts in the comment section. Channel sponsors Esther and Karma and Son, Manscaped. Check them out. Links in the description. Am I being too harsh, overreacting? I don't know. Put all of that in the comment section down below. We've got now a pretty decent break from the Premier League until the 2nd of April. Some will cheer for sure. And we'll see you soon right here on West Ham Official. Thank you very much. We needed to win that and we didn't. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.